the Colts. With that, let's hand things over to Brandon Gott and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 14 matchup.
And we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium, which opened back in 2008 here in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Indianapolis Colts. Now a play fake here on first down. Backing up. And his first pass is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's second down. And the tight end, Zach Ertz, is key in this offense as we get a look at the starters.
Comes out of the factory known as Stanford, which keeps putting out tight ends. Zach Ertz, one of the better ones we've seen in recent years.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
There he goes left side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Philly. 48 yards. They had trouble stopping the run last week in a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Steps away to his left. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Going to throw right side here, complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And the defense now for the Eagles.
Fletcher Cox is a first-round pick who has fulfilled his promise. One of the best defensive linemen in the NFL.
8 yards still remaining here on 3rd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
All right, here we go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Now back to throw. And this is Ertz with it, right side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his third catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Cuts it out to this, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come out here in the eye. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get 28 yards on that one. And it's good enough for an Indianapolis 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. Now, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
They'll look to throw here, eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Michael Kendricks, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? What a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Seems like a nice 2nd down for him.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They practiced this all week. Pretty clear it paid off there. Threw it downfield, made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan, and we saw the execution because the confidence of the players was there.
Fresh set of downs here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll give it to him right up the gut as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
He'll drop to throw. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And the Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him with contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall.
So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
Here we go now.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Phillip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
All right, here we go. Green, 30 now. Detroit!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
He'll return it from the 6. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT. Looking left sideline, it's complete. It goes as a pickup of 23, and that leads to a Philadelphia first. They try the corner route there, Charles, and it works to perfection.
Boy, that's hard on the defensive back because if you get any fake or move to the inside, you have to respect it.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Matt Ioannidis in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On play action, they'll throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. And he motions the wide receiver. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Colton Schmidt to punt it away.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
This is taken at the 15. Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles are usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
All right, here we go. Green, 30, Detroit! Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on 1st down.
That'll give them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make the play on 1st down.
Now he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now the Eagles offense back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up 1st down after 1st down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human 1st down machine? I think that fits.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Second down following the incompletion. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go. Here we go.
Halfback sent in motion. They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete as well.
That's a really fine play there because anytime you see a comeback route, that means you cannot just stay in one spot and make a play on the ball. You've got to move your feet and move with the receiver, and that's exactly what he did.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Let's go. 3-19. Watch it now.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Finding time. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this is caught. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Hey, give them credit. That's a good, solid game there on the sneak because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, gain yardage. Well done.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. They come up with an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Detroit!
And the back goes into motion. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
They'll look to throw again. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defender's going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one. And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
This will be caught inside the 10. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. They'll set up to throw. Got him in. Open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the D looking like they may blitz. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the quarterback with whatever type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
Third and 20, and no surprise, the defense in the dime. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. The The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
All right, here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Wide open receiver complete. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. 36 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Out of the gun now on third down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Coming out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective third down play to move the chains.
Set, blue, landing. Watch it now, Barney. Detroit. Now let's go. Green, 39.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
All right, here we go.
5 yards to go for the offense. First down and goal from that 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'd be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one. Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Ertz over the middle. A good pickup there at 22.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And a nice little pass and catch there on the corner route.
Set up very well by the receiver with a head and shoulder fake inside before he comes back downhill to his quarterback.
And the wideout in motion. They'll look to throw here on first down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Red zone opportunity. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And oh, he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. There goes Green. 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Charles, we've seen him target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Forced out to his left, and they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. His throw incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they have a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. NFL teams last year, a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They'll try and throw for it here. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. See if they stay on the ground for second down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Hey. 4 down. Hurry up, here we go. Green.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
It's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough. Now
they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Set. 319. 319.
They'll set up to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he motions the wide receiver. He's back to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Leopard! Leopard! Set! Green, 39! Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over! Leopard! Leopard!
He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
Set! Green, over!
Halfback sent in motion. They'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
Second down now after the incompletion.
Here we go now. Over! Watch it now, Barney! Watch
And
it
on
now,
the outside, they're playing press coverage. And they give this time to the tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Look to throw on 3rd and goal. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Call it a gain of 3. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there with time running out. And the Eagles move back within a couple of the lead. Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion.
Here we go now. Good. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Set. 319.
Now receiver in motion left. They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. It's incomplete. They got the touchdown, could not, however, get the 2-point conversion to cap it, and they're still down by a pair. And the Colts are going to recover the football. And that should be enough to get them home. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Colts, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew,